Hey guys, it's Cameron. Somebody in the comments mentioned they'd like to know what my routine is like when, just my daily routine for listing items, fulfilling orders. Like what does it look like the way I do it? I'll probably do a more in-depth video where I show my screen and everything, but I'm just going to talk about kind of what I'm doing. It's going to be more of a casual video. I'm not going to do screen stuff. I'm just going to kind of talk. So if that's not for you, you don't have to watch it. But if it is for you, you just want to put me on, get some tips, or just see how I do it, please like and subscribe. But okay, so I don't like to be fulfilling orders in the evening if I can help it, because I knew when I started this side hustle that I would most likely go a little hard. I have a big problem with if I get a message, whether it's for my own business, for this side hustle, or even just a family member, I have that really bad urge to people please and get to it right away and not really care about my own time and my own, just personal space. So I knew I was going to probably struggle with this. And at first, I feel like I did kind of okay. And then I started I'd start answering messages. And it's really hard for me not to do that with YouTube comments and stuff in the Facebook group too. If I don't notice it, then I don't answer it. But a lot of the times, I get up in the middle of the night and go to the bathroom or something or whatever it is, get a drink of water. I'm checking the Facebook stuff or the YouTube stuff. And if somebody's got a question, I'm answering it. And I probably shouldn't be doing that. It's probably not super healthy, so I don't know. But I try not to fulfill orders in the evening anymore. I work from home now, so maybe it's a little bit easier for me since I do work from home now. But I just try to wake up, do whatever my morning routine is. I sit down on my computer and I go to my Facebook notifications and I click it so that it comes on the side of my desktop, and I will go all the way down till I see the first blue dot, and I will get everything that says new order fulfilled or new order received or whatever the new order notification is, and I'll go up that list and just buy the stuff that those people bought. Then I'll put them in my spreadsheet and go from there. Oh, the next thing what I'll do is I will, after I fulfilled all those orders, and there's some days where that took 2 hours just because of how many orders I had. And sometimes it takes me 15 minutes because I only have 2. And actually, if it has 15 minutes because of Z-Drop, you can copy paste the address in there, link in the description for that. It might take 5 minutes to fulfill a few orders, if that even. It's really quick once you get your stuff down. It's weird. I've never memorized a credit card number before, and now I have 2 memorized because I've used 2 different ones now. But I'll fulfill the orders that are in the new notification section. Then I will switch over to my email address, and I will I will sort it by unread, and I will go through every item shipped email and go back to my spreadsheet and start updating tracking numbers on my spreadsheet. I think you guys should do this too, because once you get some volume, it starts to get really confusing. How do I go back and fulfill, or how do I go back and add tracking numbers to orders? At first, when you only have 5 orders or less or more, even a little bit more than that, it's easy. But I got to the point where I had 50 orders pending that still needed tracking numbers, and then 50 that were shipped. And that starts to get impossible, especially if somebody's buying the same item. If you got 50 people buying the same item, like that little toy truck that I put in that last video with my top 5 items that I sold. That became, it's impossible to go back. So you have to go through and click each little one to see if that's the person that the tracking number you need to update. So that little window that pops up when you click on somebody, and it shows if you want to mark it as shipped and if it's pending and stuff like that, I copy paste that URL and put it in my spreadsheet with that person's line of what they ordered and everything. Because then once I get tracking, I can look at the names on my spreadsheet, find that person, click that link, it opens that window up for me immediately. That helps me save so much time, especially when I blew up a little bit. So I recommend starting to do that. Hopefully you're not hearing notifications go off. You guys in the Facebook group are, I'm gonna have to exit out of that real quick and I'll get back to it in a minute. But I like to do that. I like to update tracking numbers second. And, you know, do all the OA Genius and all that stuff if I need to. And then if that hasn't taken me all day, depending on how busy of a day it is, then I start to list new items. And if I'm still working for the day and I get new orders, I'll just fulfill those orders as I get them. I try to wait 30 minutes so that they can cancel it, but now that I realize they can cancel after the 30 minutes, I really don't care. I'll just fulfill it immediately. Or if I'm really not feeling it and I'm in a round of listing items, then I'll put it off till the evening or the next day. So that's kind of what I do just for when it comes to listing. Again, sorry, this video is very informal. It's just going to be me talking at you because I'm getting a couple. This might be the only video I get out while I'm on vacation because I'm running out of time today and I leave tomorrow morning really early. So I only got about 2 hours, and that means I need to edit this and make a thumbnail for it. But anyway, hopefully you can hear me. My microphone's being weird. What else do I do? When I go to list, some of you guys, again, I'll make more in-depth videos in this. This is just going to be a casual one. I'll repeat myself. Sorry, like and subscribe if you like this whole hectic mess that I'm making of a video right now. But when it comes to listing items, I don't really have, especially lately because I've just been so busy fulfilling the orders from the items that I did list, that I haven't really been listing consistently, which is disappointing to me. That's why I did my top 5 items. I gave away my selling items, which are pretty much for them. I sell a few more items than that, but those are the ones that sell the most. And some of those are only like 4 times. So, I mean, imagine the other stuff I'm selling and selling like one here or there, 2 here and there. So, I mean, I gave you guys pretty much what I sell, and it's not more complicated than that. But when I go to look for items, I will check the Facebook Marketplace like homepage when I log in and just see kind of what's recommended to me. Those little trucks that I was talking about, I had noticed those pop up weeks before I listed one, and I was like, oh, that's weird. Why am I seeing so many of these? And I just kind of ignored it. And then I was talking to one of you and you guys, and you mentioned it, and I was like, hell, man, I'll just list one. And it blew up. I did like 100 of them. And then I listed similar things to that and sold multiple of other items too like that. So that I look for maybe trends on the Facebook Marketplace homepage. Just, it's not like I rely on research there, but I just kind of make sure I'm keeping my finger on the pulse of that homepage to see if I see reoccurring items. Right now, I keep seeing, probably because I'm selling mail truck toys, I keep seeing little stickers that, like decals that go in your mailbox lid. Like when you open it, it says like thank you, and it has a little mail truck on it. So like when your mail delivery driver goes and gives you mail, they get like a little thank you sticker message that's on your lid. So that's kind of cool. I keep seeing those. So if the same equation works for that, you could sell those. I imagine they're probably on Etsy. I don't know if you have to like drop ship from Etsy. I looked them up on Amazon. I couldn't find any. So, but I haven't listed any of them. If you find them, I would list them. See if you can sell those. That sounds pretty cool. But then I'll go to, lately I've really been more on the Amazon side because I got, Amazon Prime. I've got the Amazon credit card for the 5% cash back. So when everything I buy, I get 5% on top of that cash back, which is, supposed to help with my margin down the road. And I've got the most, well, that's where all of my tax exemption is, and I'm trying to figure out the best way to show you guys how to get tax exempt. I just kind of winged it, not expecting it to work, and I got tax exempt for a lot of my states on Amazon. So now most of the time I don't have to pay tax on anything I buy on Amazon, which is pretty cool. But I'm trying to come up with a video or some kind of resource or something, maybe a video mixed with like a PDF or whatever, where I can like just put a link to it and you guys can figure that out, and maybe it can just be the easiest possible way for you to find out how to get tax exempt, because it's really, really cool and it's really helpful, because there's no point in you paying sales tax on an item that you're not going to own and then Facebook collecting sales tax from the customer, but then remitting it for you on your behalf and sending you a tax document, because now you've paid, there's basically sales tax twice in that transaction. And you want to try to avoid that, especially because you're going to have to pay tax on your profit later. So let's eliminate as much tax as we can. But I'll go to Amazon. I hear a lot about the movers and shakers category. I do look at that, but I've never really had success listing from there. Now, I've only tried it a few times, maybe a handful of times. So, I mean, I think I did sell one thing. It was like that 5 crowns card game that I sold it once the day I listed it, and I haven't sold anything from it since. Also, when I start to do that, I'll find an item that like I think is really cool, and I'll list it. I like something popped up. It was some like new G.I. Joe action figure, and without thinking, because I'm stupid, I wasn't paying attention because I since I've been so busy, I'm like, oh, I just need to get listings out. And I stopped paying attention to the details. So I'll list things that have like $70 shipping on them, or like that G.I. Joe figure. I listed it, and it was a pre-order for like out in April. Like it was like a month away before the item was even released. If somebody buys that off my page, and then I gotta fulfill the order, that's not gonna work. And I didn't realize that because I immediately had somebody asking me like, when would I get this? I'm like, why is this person asking about this? And I went and clicked, and I realized like, oh, this is like a high in demand pre-order, not for me. I deleted that listing. Luckily, nobody had bought it, and learned a little lesson there, which was nice. And I try to slow down and make sure, okay, does this have free shipping? If it doesn't, am I listing it the proper price so that I can make up for shipping and all that? So lately I just haven't been listing that much, but when I do, I try to pay attention to items or think creatively about items that, like right now, I try to think about things that are maybe in my grandma's backyard. Like, I drove my wife to work the other day, and I was driving down the street, and I could see people's yards, and I was just looking in the back of their yards like, all right, what's back here that these people are about to buy this year? And, you know, I haven't listed any, but I've seen a lot of grill covers. Grills. Like every middle-class person, for some reason, thinks they need a grill in their backyard. So those are the people that are going to be buying those things. So if you can find a nice grill, maybe list those. I think that falls in the category of stuff that people would price shop though, so I don't really know if that's the best. But grill covers would probably be great. Grill tool sets like scrapers and stuff like that. Maybe even like propane conversion valves and stuff. You can find, people look for the weirdest stuff. And if you watch my top 5 video, you probably even like, these items, what the hell? these are random. It's the weirdest stuff that blows up. You know, I've the raised garden beds I was talking about, those my account is currently on vacation mode, and somebody has personally messaged me like, hey, I want 2 of those raised garden beds. I'm like, how does this person navigated around the normal process to message me, not from a listing, but just in like person to person, and ask for these garden beds? So they're in demand. I haven't sold any, but I've had getting a lot of views. I listed like a hose with a garden sprayer on it. Got a lot of views. Nobody's bought it, but think garden, backyard, outdoors. Pretty soon, I'm probably gonna start listing stuff like lake, you know, recreation stuff. Where I live, since we're not anywhere close, I'm literally in the middle of the country. Pretty much everybody's vacationing around here is going to lakes. So I'm going to start listing stuff. Not that I need to list from around here, but just because that's what I have the most experience with. You know, I'm going to start listing recreational, water, boating type stuff. I'm going to experiment with that a little bit, let you guys know how that goes. And just normal backyardy, summer, spring stuff. Stuff people are just going to be like, the one I have from last year is broken or old. I need to get a new one. And they know they need it. And it's not really something they want to invest a bunch of time into researching. So I like listing things that people are replacing or people are getting new for like errands or chores, because people don't really want to do too much research for something that's a chore. So they're just going to find something. They're going to think it's a great deal because it's on Facebook, and they're going to buy it. And if that's wrong, I don't know, it's not wrong. Somebody's going to buy it. So that's I kind of just wing it when it comes to selecting my items. If I do something differently, I'll let you guys know. But Right now, it's literally just all experimenting. All those items that I put in that top 5 video, experiments. That's it. Nothing special. I didn't have a criteria. Like, it's most of the things I've sold are things that I list at the end of the day that I never think are going to sell. And those are the ones that I'm wrong. They're sold. They're boring things that sell. So thanks for watching. If you've made it this far, like and subscribe. Sorry, my energy's a little bit down. It's kind of the end of the day. But thanks again, and I will see you next time.